Hey guys, welcome back to Makeup and Hustle. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and today we are creating this look right here. This is my last and final look in the series for Diwali this year. I've got a bunch of videos already filmed and they're already up on my channel. I'll leave all of them linked down below as well as my playlist that I did a couple of years ago. So be sure to check those videos out for more inspiration for Diwali. I've got a few quick makeup looks. I've got, a bit more glam of sorts, something similar to what I've done today. I've got a whole heap of videos that I've filmed over the last few weeks, so I'll leave them linked down below. If you've had a chance to watch any of them and if you've had fun, if you've taken something away from any of these videos, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what was your takeaway from it. If you're recreating any of those looks, I would love to see those photos, so please don't forget to tag me. All the information will be linked down below for my socials and all of that. But if you've had any sort of if you have gained any sort of value from my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please also don't forget to like this video. It does help me out loads. And again, I would love to see your looks and what you come up with for Diwali. So please tag me in those posts on social media. But before we start this look, I just want to start out by wishing you guys a very happy Diwali and a very happy new year. It's not New Year's for everyone, but it is for some of us in the Hindu culture. So wishing you guys a very happy and prosperous new year. Wishing you tons of happiness, tons of light, tons of health, and tons of family time. It's so important. Take the moment to spend that quality time with your family. Without further ado, let's get on into creating this look right here. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright you guys, I'm just beginning with priming my eyelids, and for that I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Primer in Sand, and I'm using a brush to smooth that out all over my eyelids, and then I'm also using the same to carve out my eyebrows. And basically, as you can see, I've already got my brows in place. I used the Morphe Cold Brew Brow Powder and I set that with the Maybelline Gel. I will actually leave all the names of all the products that I've used down below. I believe it was the brow filler mascara or something like that from Maybelline. So like I said, I'll leave it down below. So please be sure to check that out. And then I found like using a concealer brush to apply the primer was a lot easier, so just decided to do that. And then I'm just setting that with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. Again, I just wanted like a smooth and easier blend, and otherwise like it just takes a lot longer. But I actually have to say that I really do enjoy using this primer quite a bit for my eyelids. I feel like my eyeshadow stays put all day long. So if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend. And then for the eyeshadows today, I'm actually going in with the Jackie Aina palette. There was one shade in particular that I was really keen to use, and so I decided that I will just continue to use this palette. I will try and leave the shade names down below of the ones that I used, but I'm just using this shade right here all over my eyelids. Well, not all over my eyelids, but like more so in my outer corner and my crease, and I'm just making sure that I take my time to blend it out. I did dip into the palette quite a few times to get the intensity that I wanted, and I would highly recommend going in with a light hand because these are really pigmented shadows. Going in with a lighter hand and building it up just ensures that you don't have to work too hard in blending and there is no patchiness or anything like that. Then I'm just deepening the outer corner and sort of blending it into my crease as well with this particular shadow. And I'm again using a smaller brush for this one, but I'm again taking my time to blend everything out. And I'm trying to make sure that it's even on both sides, and that it looks cohesive basically. Alright, so this was the shadow that I was really keen to use. It looks pretty white in the palette. It's actually a glittery, shimmery shadow. And as you can see, when it goes onto my eyelids, it's such a beautiful shade. It's, like I said, it's a duochrome effect. So when you tilt your head, like you get different shades from it. But it looked so pretty. And I was so obsessed. I did use a smaller, tightly packed shadow brush to apply that, and I patted that in rather than sliding it or anything like that. So Basically, you want to make sure that you're pushing the product into your eyelids rather than swiping it across, because then that will just like, you know, fall out throughout the day and stuff. And then I'm just taking this darker shade and I'm placing that just where the two shadows met, and then I'm just overlapping again with the shadow that we used in the inner corners, and I'm just making sure that there are no harsh edges or anything like that. So then, you know, again, taking your time. I did take a lot longer filming this video because I was trying to make sure that everything was just exactly how I wanted. So just take your time with it, have fun with it. I just loved how it turned out. And then I'm just taking this first shade and then highlighting my inner corners. I'm going to use the same shade to also highlight my brow bones. And off late I've been doing this a lot. Again, I'm just doing the arch of my brow, and that just ensures that when you tilt your head, like that light reflects onto it. Pushing my hair back and then going straight into the face using the NYX Marshmallow Primer. Again, I wanted that hydration locked in, so going in with something that is super moisturizing is key. So then I just used my hands to apply that all over, making sure that it was nicely pushed into my skin. And then obviously I always let my primers absorb. So once that's absorbed into my skin properly, and then went in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Again, I'll leave the shade number down below. And then I'm just highlighting, well, I actually applied this all over my face, and then I went in and blended it out with one of my favorite blenders. This is the Juno & Co. Microfiber Sponge. It is by far one of the best sponges that I've used for getting maximum coverage out of your foundation. It does absorb a little bit of product, but honestly, it gives you like an airbrushed smooth finish. Then priming my lips and then going in with the Maybelline 30-hour foundation. This I absolutely love. I like it more than the 24-hour Super Stay foundation. Anyways, I use the foundation to carve out my brows again. I did not want to go back in and like fuss with my brows, so I decided to carve out my brows, and then I used the concealer brush to spread the foundation across my face, and then going in again with the Juno & Co sponge, and I'm just using that to blend everywhere with this foundation. Now before I start blending out the foundation, I am just going to spritz my face with the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray, and what this does, it ensures that the makeup doesn't move around all day. Basically, if you want your makeup to be transfer proof, waterproof, all of that good stuff, you want to spritz your face before you start blending out the foundation with any kind of setting spray. Honestly, any spray that I use works, but my most favorite is the Lasting Fix setting spray. It is by far one of the best sprays for long-lasting makeup. Once I've blended out my foundation, don't forget your neck, by the way. I am going in with my Milk Makeup bronzer in Baked. This is the mini version. I am not sure if we've received the bigger one yet, but I still have a long way to go with the mini one, so I'm just using that to bronze up my face just in the usual places. And I'm going to be using a brush for this one. Just making sure that you take your time to blend everything out. I started with my nose because I was just a little bit honestly, like, it's such a big pan for your nose, so I was just trying to make sure that I didn't have any sort of fraying around my nose or anything like that. But with the bronzers and contours and anything like that, you want to make sure that you're pushing the product up. So basically, if you're bronzing up your cheekbones, then you want to make sure that you're pushing it up towards your eyes. For your forehead, you want to push down towards your eyes, and then if you're doing your neck, you want to push down towards your neck as well. So just depending on where the placement is, you don't want it to look like you're, you know, making your face shorter. You want to make sure that you're lifting it up. I'm then going in with this Maybelline Cheek Heat Blush. To be honest, I regretted my decision with this one. I have used this once in the past and I had the same issue, but I thought maybe I did it wrong at the time, so I decided to go in with this a blush with my fingers, and I just feel like it lifts your foundation. It didn't do it so much because I was using my fingers for this one, but honestly, like, if you can avoid it, don't use this blush at all. It is by far one of the worst cream blushes I've ever used. I absolutely hate it, so I would totally skip this step. But if you have any other cream blush, go ahead and use that one instead. It just lifts the product up and it doesn't do anything for your skin basically. But yeah. Anyway, it didn't really affect the rest of the makeup application, so it was okay. And then I'm using my L'Oreal More Than Concealer in Biscuit to set my, well, not set my under eyes, conceal my under eyes. And I did go in with just a tiny bit more as the second layer. I just wanted a little bit more in my inner corners. So I'm using a blush brush to blend that out, and I'm just doing this tiny little dot like as if it's a teardrop. And then I also went ahead and highlighted the center of my face, so my nose, the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, cupid's bow, and also my chin. Again, we're doing the full glam look, so you want to make sure that everything is just sort of nice and brought forward, that the stuff that's meant to be brought forward. And then you just kind of want to have like this smooth canvas basically, if that makes any sense. I don't normally do so many steps. I mean, you guys have seen how I try and cut corners when it comes to makeup application, but there are days where I just want like that extra stuff, right? And this is definitely one of those. But anyways, the rest of my concealer I did blend out with the sponge, and then I'm going to set everything with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This honestly is amazing for your under eyes. It locks your concealer in. It doesn't crease for the rest of the day. Most of the concealers that I've used, my go-tos paired with this powder are the Tarte Shape Tape, the L'Oreal. There's one more. I can't remember. Oh, the e.l.f. Camo Concealers. Absolutely love with this powder. I'm also using the same powder to set the rest of my face. And I'm doing so because I want to go in with powder, bronzer, and blush. And honestly, like if you do it on top of the cream products, no problems. But sometimes it can become patchy, and because we are going for the ultimate glam look, I am using a powder so that I have a smoother, easier application. For the bronzer, I use the Morphe 8M palette. I use the shade that was a little bit lighter for my bronzer because the other one was super dark for me when I used it previously. It just made my face look very red, and this one actually was perfect. It's really amazing for my skin tone. I'm making sure that I always take the bronzer around my jawline as well, and then I use a smaller brush. I've been doing this for a little bit now. I'm using a smaller brush to bronze up my nose, and that also kind of acts as a contour. And then I'm just taking a normal brush, there's nothing on it, I'm just blending that those lines out around my nose area. But this tiny little step does wonders, and you want to take it around your eyes as well to just sort of give it that contoured effect. I'm then going in with my sleek blush, and this is a really pigmented one, so I'm actually tapping it in. As you can see, I'm not swiping a lot. I'm literally tapping it in, and that just sort of ties it in with the eye makeup as well. And take your time with this, you don't want to rush into it. You just want to make sure that it's just cohesive all over. And then I'm going in with my Revlon Skin Lights Daybreak Glimmer highlight. Honestly, this is by far one of my most favorite highlights. I absolutely love this. It's kind of like along the lines of the Kylie one that I've been obsessing over lately. Again, usual places, the high points of my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and complete the rest of my eye makeup. I'm just going in with the two shades that we used in the crease, just in the lower lash line. There we go. So the first one was the one that we used like in the crease up to the brow bone area, and then this is the darker one that we used to sort of build up the outer corner. Once I have that in place, I am then going to follow it up with the kajal pencil. This is from K Beauty by Katrina. You can use any kohl pencil. I'm just using that to line my eyelids, and then I'm also going to line my upper waterline, or like tight line. Off late, again, I've been obsessing over this, and this just makes my lashes look a lot fuller, so I absolutely love doing that. So once I have that, I'm going in with this darker shade from the palette, and I'm actually going to use that as my eyeliner, like on top of my eyeliner. Again, this does two things. It ensures longevity of your eyeliner, and also it just kind of smoothens it out a little bit. And because it's a darker brown, it pairs beautifully with the eye colors that we have going on. I'm using that shade on a liner brush, and I'm actually winging that out a little bit as well. I'm then going to follow it up with the mascara. I used 2 coats of the Maybelline Lash Lift Mascara, and after I did the mascara, I felt like I wanted to get the kajal in my lower lash line as well, so that's what I just did. And then following it up with the lip liner. This is Rimmel lip liner in Natural, and then this is the Huda Beauty lipstick in Interview. I am obsessed with this formula and the shade. It's like my perfect nude, but like a little bit of a pinky undertone. I absolutely love this. And then I'm pairing that up with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Silk. This combination, oh my god, you guys have to try it. It is literally the perfect combination that you could have created for this makeup look. But with that, that's it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Alright guys, this is the finished look, and like I said, it is also the wrap for our Diwali makeup this year, but I'm going to have a whole bunch of new videos coming up, and that's going to be for the upcoming holiday, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that. I am also going to do a bunch of foundation wear tests and all of that, so all of that is coming very soon. But I want to thank you guys for sticking with me, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to like this video. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would help me out loads. But enjoy your time with your family and have some fun this Diwali. You know, I hope it's filled with love and light. But take care, you guys. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.